Back with you. Governor Gavin Newsom is backing a plan that will offer more services to homeless people with mental illness and addiction, and that plan could force some people into getting care. The plan requires counties to set up a mental health branch in civil court that would provide community-based treatment for people who are suffering from severe mental illness. People would then be obligated to accept the care, or they could risk criminal charges. They could be held in psychiatric programs involuntarily or placed in conservatorships, where the court appoints someone to make health decisions for them. Governor Newsom says that the California homeless situation is unacceptable and it requires a new approach.
I know everybody has this notion we're going to round everybody. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. This is just stuff, golden oldie. Everybody, we're just in, that's what created, well, forgive me. But it's true, right? The largest mental health institution in the United States is the LA County Jail, all right? Come on, we're as dumb as we want to be, spending exponentially more with no real results.
Well, the governor says he believes that this program could help anywhere from 7,000 to 12,000 people in California, but forcing people into treatment is controversial to some. KCRA 3's Lizzie Mitri spoke to people who support the plan and those who do not.
Galston, some agree that this plan could help those who need it most, while others say it's misguided and could actually do more harm than good.
This is about accountability, but it is, as we said, about compassion.
The governor proposed an overhaul of the state's mental health system.
Well, there's no compassion stepping over people in the streets and sidewalks.
Catching the attention of people here in Sacramento, like the CEO of the National Alliance on Mental Illness in California.
And so this is an opportunity. This program really is a call to that action of please help those people who have the most serious mental illness.
If a family member or outreach worker believes someone can't care for themselves, that person could be diverted to what's being dubbed as care court. The person could be ordered by a court to follow a treatment plan. That could include visits with a psychiatrist, prescriptions for medication, and housing.
We wouldn't let a loved one, flounder on the streets with a physical ailment. But yet we do that oftentimes for people who are living with behavioral health and serious mental illness.
If someone refuses treatment through care court, consequences could include being held involuntarily in a psychiatric program or being placed under a conservatorship where the court appoints someone to make health decisions for the person. Critics have concerns about the protection of people's civil rights and questions about whether this would actually help.
To force people into treatment just, to me, doesn't work.
The Sacramento Regional Coalition to End Homelessness says what does work is providing services when the person is ready. And Bob Erlenbush says that isn't happening now.
That's where the weakness, the void in the system is that if I walk up to you and say, okay, are you ready to come inside now? And you say yes, and I go, well, no, you've got to wait like 3 months for a bed to open. That's where we lose people.
This plan would require legislative approval and would include funding for courts to implement it, although it's unclear how much. Live at the state capitol, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
Well, we all know how serious the problem is right now all around us. Lizzie, thank you.